What was it about this story that made you want to come on board?
Sure. So Ajika Owens was a family friend. She's the young woman who was murdered in the film, and she was murdered in June of 2023. And when it happened, we got a distress call from my sister-in-law, who was her best friend. And myself, my team at Message Pictures, we sprang into action to try to support the family and to get media coverage around the case. And then about 2 months later, we received the body camera footage from the attorneys, the family attorneys who were working on the case. And they asked us to go through it to see if there was anything for the media or anything that would be useful. And that's when I realized I could make a film, because there was about 2 years worth of footage that went back and led up to the crime, and you never see anything like that. You do not see, after a terrible crime occurs, what the community was like before. You only often see the aftermath. So.
One of the things I love about the film is it focused a lot on the victims, where you could have focused on the perpetrator a lot more because the body cam footage was a lot more prevalent. What was your balance like, making sure the victims' voices were more told instead of going with the perpetrator?
I think we wanted very much to focus on the perspective of the community, even though the footage is police body camera footage. Again, the police unintentionally caught the community as they were. Again, at play, just sort of, you saw children in the streets, you saw this idyllic community, sort of the best of us, and then you also see the worst of us. And I think that this film really holds a microcosm up to our society. It's the intersection of weaponized racism, of manufactured fear, and of dangerous laws, like predatory laws, like Stand Your Ground, and how that leads to people being emboldened, like Susan was, to commit terrible crimes. And we're hoping that, again, by making something that plays like a scripted thriller, that we can engage audiences without, again, beating them over the head with an issue, and then leave them to make decisions on their own about what should be done, but hopefully a call to action.
But it must have been a lot challenging editing, because there was probably a ton of footage, so was a lot just had to get left off that you wanted?
It was a lot of footage, and it's not footage that was shot to be a film. It was never meant to be a film. So it was a tremendous amount of technical and editorial work. It looked seamless. It was, ask my editor. She was like, oh my God. Viridiana Lieberman, she's a genius. Took a lot of work to make it feel like something, again, that's of a piece.
Now, the reception of the film has been wonderful, and I'm so glad it's getting out there. How do you feel now that the reception of the film is actually beginning to question the Stand Your Ground law, which seemed to have been ignored for a while? People forgot about it. How do you feel now that it's now coming right back to the conversation?
I'm thrilled. It's what we meant to do. It's in 38 states in some shape, form, or fashion. And if we can get dangerous laws like this repealed state by state, that would be the ultimate goal.